something better than Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid had looked really good. They were 3-0 in EMEA on this one. I love the look they were showing with this double dive, raise your composition on Split, and I'm interested to see them go back into that here.
Oh, Kiko's going to be amazing, having his debut just being on the duelist. What is it?
But people are going to be so confused. They're like, Kiko roll swap. He's an open player now. Why is he playing Raze?
He's flexible, okay? He can do it all. You know, if we're going to talk about everybody playing duelist, just rock T1 already onto the stage. But especially for this plate, as I was mentioning, there is not a lot of tape on EDG. And also, very important, the tape that they had is playing against a team that was running the Deadlock Vice, right? And they were struggling a lot getting onto the side when I was reviewing this. And I understand that they were taking more time than they usually do.
Yeah, I'm interested too. EDG plays in a way not a lot of the EMEA teams do. They still have the Neon. They still play their very unique style. They're going into the Breach Taeho here to start things off.
Yeah, exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Simon playing the Deco here previously? It was something about him that I didn't quite like, and he was not really proactive with the utility. So many things that you can do with Deco, and he was much more reactive.
They were playing the Taeho Sky last time. I think this comp makes a lot more sense. You have a ton of utility to combine, set Kung up for success on that Jet. When we swap the defense, he's going to be an absolute menace with the off as well.
Yeah, and I want everybody to remember what Nats used to do on this map. You have that in your head, he still does it. Nothing has changed, and EDG should know.
What a perfect head-to-head, too. Him against Chichu, the same role on the lurk to start off on Split, getting to see those guys play against each other once again.
I want to see the explanation onto why the Jet instead of the Raze. I like the trade denial here. Both of the teams also playing without a Sentinel, right? They are going to rely more on Chichu and Nats to just have that control over middle. I think that is going to be one of the key areas of the map.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. And it sounds like the crowd cannot wait to see it either. So let's jump into this game and welcome your casters for this matchup. It is Sideshow and Bren.
Absolutely, and we've got an absolute banger here for our opening match of the first international event of our year, of our calendar here in Bangkok. EDG, reigning champions, going up against Team Liquid, who've been on a bit of a heater. Couldn't quite stick the landing in terms of that regional performance, but they made a hell of a go of it.
They certainly did. Team Liquid have already taken out one of our last year's champs finalists to make it here. They destroyed Heretics 3-0, and now here's another one of these champs finalists that Team Liquid has an opportunity to take down. Split's a wonderful map to open things up. We know what to expect from Liquid. One of the big questions about EDG and Trace throughout this tournament is going to be how effectively have they used their break. They had over 2 weeks extra to prep before Bangkok, but they'll have used some of that, taking a bit of a holiday break because of Chinese New Year. Here we can already see that EDG have retooled their composition. They'll have the ability to anti-Team Liquid a bit more heavily. By the look of things to open, Team Liquid are pulling out the same defense pistol that they played against Vitality, where they play B for full retake, a flood defense over towards A with that teleport so that Camo can get back and quad fighting in mid. Have EDG watching the tape?
We'll see. Don't shy away from it whatsoever. Instead, Kangkang's going to be going straight up through a ram. Now, he's alone when this is happening, and the fight is kicking off into mid.
They have not watched the tape. Yeah. Simon was not ready for that. He's just out in mid with the spike.
Dominated, yet still the right click in the hands of Kangkang. Picks up the upgrade, but he's going to be cleaned up. This is what Team Liquid are good at.
那个 UI 球变到the fuck.
They've honed it, they've refined it. Still, openings could be found.
Oh damn.
2v3, and it's going to be a difficult one at that.
这样多年哦，都是用同样，这是他们 UI 变的，有进步 ，nice.
At the same time, there's a bait and switch setup here as well. Kiko has been playing some incredible Valorant so far in EMEA kickoff, and if he fails, Camo's played in.
The microplays that Team Liquid love to cook up on the fly are so good.
Oh,
it's what's really set them on that path, and it really begins here in Bangkok with a pistol round win.
Already at the beginning, I'm reminded of what Chichu was talking about in the press conference. The Chichu Nats romance.
Sure.
People are loving it. People are loving it. But what I got from the press conference was that Chichu was saying because he's such a fan of Nats, he's been watching all of the Team Liquid games. So he said, I know how their playstyle has shifted, I've watched all of their footage, and I think we need to play slowly to counter what Team Liquid is doing. I think that's accurate. Team Liquid love fighting on their defense side, and I think EDG need to find those moments to slow down the tempo. That pistol round was the exact opposite of what Chichu said. Kangkang went instantly up ramps and died. I mean, they died in mid.
Some semblance of an idea. idea, but Kama's going to be postured early off the angle. We all grouped up now, obviously. By the buy for them. Walls up. Kama a bit of spraying and praying. No reward though. Gets the info. TP to evacuate in case he needs it. It's going to be a flash into his face, just like he turned, but no. Still winds it up. It's going to be a Prowler to supplement it. Peeking out wide, but he's still going to play his life. And so, giving up the site, it'll be an open plant for EDG.
Spike planted.
We'll find out what I can do past this pointer here. Cheeky angle for Kankang. Tucked up close and personal. Let's try and set apart that as well, but the horn just reveals as well. Not quite anything to break it. Satchel, lay it down. Stuns right behind them. That's an attempt by EDG just to try and bail out one of their star players. It's going to be an inevitable round at that. Team Liquid up to 2.
Now we get to see whether Team Liquid have got a new bonus round idea. They ran a very similar pistol to the finals that they played in EMEA. Have they got a different bonus round idea? Kiko is only 2 away from getting a showstopper online. He's been able to get tons of kills early on. 4 of those, pick up some ult orbs, diffuses, that kind of stuff. Last defense bonus round that Team Liquid ran was an explosion out through B main. This time, it does look like a different setup. But with the propensity of Team Liquid to fight aggro on defense in rounds like this, I think EDG need to be cautious. Even if the threat in B main doesn't exist, you can see them 4 stacking outside B right now. They are not going to allow the same plan to hit.
Okay, Paul,
this guy is being chased now.
Oh no.
Chomping at the bit to try and get a piece of him. And meanwhile, Kankang's cracking open the opposite side of the site. Chicho does isolate a fight with Chicho going down, but still Kankang will not be stopped. It's relentless here in the opposing section of the map. He gets that plant down, cracks open the site for them.
If Kamo had just played that a little slower instead of trying to go in through the smoke, Team Liquid would not have been in a bad spot. But now, player disadvantage, weaponry disadvantage, tough to convert a position like this. They're just looking to do damage to EDG.
Yes.
Having said that, Kiko just got the ult online.
Yeah, and that's also a critical kill. Catching mid-lurk, and already you can see it, the ult. The threat of it, already pushing out and pulling out some of that util. Kankang tucked up top rafters. Nobody swinging for this guy, and it's all dealt with. 2 surviving.
And that's an enormous round from Kangkong. He really makes that work for EDG. The entry that we didn't get to see over towards the B side takes down the side anchor, that Astra. And also, let's dial it back.
My king, you know, my king.
EDG got completely caught by the same pistol round, but they were ready for the bonus round idea. 4 players waiting outside B main. They just weren't ready for the fact it was happening on the opposite side. The A push. And it's Kangkong that comes out with the goods, as he's so often gonna do.
Despite the fact that only 2 players survived of EDG, they pull out the showstopper in that round.
Yeah, baby.
We are already in to the following round, round 4 here. Guns across the board. Just a bit of the action. There was that conditioning with the salvos, a bit of fault line into B main from what I could see, just to get EDG into position.
Yeah, and that makes it does make it more difficult for Team Liquid to fight over this B area. And their comp is actually not very good when they're forced to play passive positions as they are currently. Liquid are going to want to try to take timings. They're going to want to try to push through smokes, contact in.
Hey, let's get that.
It's EDG's job to control the pace of this game and then allow their overwhelming utility to come through good on the executes.
Deep Prowler used on the other section of A. Team Liquid just trying to clean up the unknowns across the map. There's only 1 player left to stand here. Kamek is going to be tested into this spot and position. He's got some help from on high. People are going to be joining him, and what a beautiful shot that is. Easily dismisses it, but EDG are not to be trifled with. They're going to be running them down. Just walking straight into the
damn!
That makes a decent go of it. That is flicky.
Wow, I flicked out and then oh my god, nobody. Quadra kill, nobody. Sheesh.
And that shows you that even when Kangkong is going to get taken down with these entries, that second wave follow-up. It was this flash push through. Reach util from Simon. Powering Smoggy and Nobody to get into the B side. They didn't need Kangkong to make the space. They still were keeping util in reserve. Great shots hit, and Team Liquid now, after a successful pistol, that's all they've written so far. Back down on an eco.
So a pause and a timer could mean one of 2 things.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone spilled a drink.
I prefer a tactical pause, and I do think that this would be a reasonable time for Team Liquid to take one. But who knows?
Yeah, it'll be 2 gun rounds. Well, listen, can't always be lucky.
A dagger to the heart.
Yeah, can't always be lucky. And the arena lights up red.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
They're in warning signs. We'll see. I'm going to take a gander over the stage. Who do I have to blame about this one? But
I think it is really interesting that Kung Kung has gone for the Jet on this map. The fact that he's working with an unconventional pick, I suppose, of the... Normally you would want to see people running the Raze on this map, generally speaking, if they could be playing the Duelist.
Weapon.
But I think one of the reasons for this too is going to be that on the defense side, he's able to play those off angles, dash out of position. And here you can see his follow-up on the entry from Nobody and Simon's util is still really solid. He doesn't necessarily need the boombot to be able to trade off. It's time for the teams to collect their thoughts. I've got to say, I was a bit worried when we saw the pistol and EDG just ran straight into what Liquid were cooking.
Yeah, a team
it's been good.
as tenured as EDG, sometimes it can be a bit nervy.
自己可以挡到 Q。
Yeah,
Derek 每次 stream 的时候，他的 cam 放在你。
This is another game that typifies that completely. We've seen Paditech obviously on the big stage. There was a sub.
没有，不是放这边，他有放。
Chance here to avenge Team Heretics for that champion's loss. And we've also seen Nats, of course, at the big stage as well.
Oh, okay.
For anybody to be crumbling under the pressure slightly, I think your eyes would have to turn to the rest of the Team Liquid players. Somebody like Kiko has honestly looked like a top 5 player at Masters Bangkok, I think. Like, if you're looking at all of the players heading into this tournament, Kiko has looked top 5.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
He's been otherworldly, and yet last year when he was playing Duelist, you barely got a hint of this kind of potential. So they saw something. They did a fantastic job of swapping him over to Smokes, but even here on Duelist, he's been electric. Those are the kind of players that I'm looking at. Can you keep it up when the pressure's on?
Yeah. We'll be getting into game shortly as well. Just have to do a quick little remake of the round. I'm not rolling anything back as well. Just want to keep you all in the loop. I can see the timer ticking down at that, so we will be getting into the action momentarily. I didn't lie to anybody.
And we're back in.
Yeah.
Lovely. Good stuff. A lot of ults starting to get up here. Kiko obviously decided to invest his a little earlier on to see if he could secure the bonus round. But now we're starting to get up to everybody else's cycle. So looking towards Nobody, looking towards Camo as well, to potentially be a bit of a playmaker.
And to take risks if you are Team Liquid.
I think the entire defense, they've got to take risks.
Yeah.
This composition is not comfortable playing slow rounds at the start. And one of the big reasons for that, as Camo goes to try to take a risk, is Camo's game crash. It's got a 30-second expiry date on it.
Nobody. 他是真的是 somebody.
Once that's dissipated, you don't have the ability to reinforce the other side. So you want to try to get things going in the first 30 seconds, force EDG to make fast reactions rather than slow the pace down.
EDG can't quite find the options they were looking for, I guess, into mid, but with Nobody picking off towards A, that's where they're setting their sights at the 50 seconds mark. It's important that you don't running the clock against yourselves.
And they have historically struggled on ecos, but I don't see the resistance here.
One player's paddy with a shorty in hand. I mean, we've seen some ridiculous stuff with this gun, but don't think in this scenario it's going to be paying off too much, unless... No, not quite.
Shorty versus Outlaw.
Unless... I mean, Kang, does he expect it?
Oh! Yo! Disgusting!
Skin of his teeth.
This might have
Shorty 杀不死
Sentinel.
Yo!
Gotta be watched.
因为等下我看一下 chat.
Very aware.
UM.
Ayo. Kiko's actually done a, what's that, 140 as well?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Down. Damage definitely being done, but the time is ticking. Oh, what the? This is sharp by Kiko, man. Doesn't matter, it's the eco. He's doing damage and more. Him and Kamek side by side. The rifle picked up, but
nice last Simon.
EDG.
Nice.
It's good signs for that somebody like Kiko, who has been instrumental to them getting
is still performing.
he is hitting shots. He's looking super sharp here. Wanted desperately to make it at Masters Bangkok, but his own personal reasons to do so as well. His family, I believe on his mother's side, is Thai, so he's been here quite a lot in the past. So he's obviously going to want to perform when it comes to an event like this too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he's also half Canadian. Maybe he's going to pop off for Masters Toronto too.
We'll see. Camo's got the op though in the hands, and he's got plenty of targets to choose from.
What the hell?
No one deals with that bloody eye.
直接 scan 然后
on
看到
high.
色，
It's back with a gate crash, safer position. Can't quite dodge the flash in time. Ramp control going to be gained here for EDG, but the issue is what you do after that point.
Somebody's got to be in charge of breaking that haunt. Can't be allowing that. Paditech almost always plays A at the start of these rounds. It has to be something that EDG are aware of. Of course, you don't know where Camo is at this point. He could have easily teleported away and be set up on a different part of the map.
Yeah, it's a trouble dealing with the Yoru. Pesky.
Toxins going up.
EDG actually have a free path all the way through mid if they wanted to go there.
Chooses to take it. Double drop down into vents.
But it's not easy to hit B. You've lost B main control. Nats and Kamek are going to hold on to that till the ends of the earth.
Yeah, this is really quite struggling, I think, isn't it? Team Liquid primed and ready, I think, to dissuade and push back any sort of attempt onto the B site. And EDG, oh dear. I'm seeing Melons, man. This is a time issue potentially occurring.
30 seconds
But
left.
made a bit of noise in cutting it just at the 30 seconds mark.
And they baited Kiko into B heaven, so now this A site is a little weaker.
Paddy that's going to be tested, challenged. A shot missed, going wide. Camo does have the dimensional drift. That's going to give him all the information he can work with, but Paddy cannot really help.
What the hell? The fuck?
Trade inside, kick off to the side. Plenty more targets.
Meow.
Stick that plant down so they get that extension, but it's a 2v4 at that. In through the corner,
No,
Kiko is
Sniper.
taking names,
Kankan.
ripping off heads at this point.
What before?
Too much to overcome for
Ay, to.
Kankan.
Ah.
3 in a round, man.
Ay.
Kiko is just on one. He's already earned himself up to another showstopper.
He looks spectacular.
第五也是放在别那个
It felt like with nobody
Seconds left.
dying at the
Yeah,
beginning of the
it's
round,
fine,
they were
yeah,
lacking
yeah.
a little bit of their execute power. They won't be worried about it next time. They have the rolling thunder.
哇一来哇他
Simon got
第一
that
個
off his
Q
death.
哦，消殘咩
Got it
屌
right as he died.
即 Q 咗頭啊其實 T
Now you're worried about the operator.
TH 的
You're worried
噴
about
圖
the stopper being used by Kiko, and the fact that Kiko's
TH 的
11 and 3 to begin
噴
with
圖
should send shivers down your spine. I think EDG are approaching this well from a macro point of view. They just tripped up a little bit there in round 6.
Plenty of ults built up in the war chest though for EDG if they want to make a go of things over towards
Find you.
B at least. See that the Haunt is dealt with. They're taking it slow to begin with.
A fake teleport over towards B main. Should make Kamek a little scared that they've taken this control, but still pretty bold. Getting decent info for the rest of the team.
Control gives. No, Paul,
What the
Mark,
hell?
shoot. Cheeky with a peek, but it's a head ripped clean off, and here's that show.
哇越嚟越
Earned up, primed and ready.
啊喏
He's going to be
再
running
來
out.
Oh,
What is that?
damn
Blue
damn
stuff from Kong Kong.
damn
Pulling that one out. It's our opening game, man. You got to hold some of it.
Oh,
by
no.
Shale Nats. Tucked up, ratty
Oh,
position
shit.
at that, but he's
Nice.
traded nevertheless. And here's
Oh
the
no
fight
後面
really
嚟啊
kicks off
後面
straight
嚟後面
through
嚟
mid.
OK nice
Another kill found with Kamek. Can't quite
Hey,
find
hey,
it. Kamek
Aish!
to the side as well, and he finds that
沒有
stray
看到
shot.
還沒有看到
Slightest of angles to work with, and
什麼
Simon
看
is
到
left
什麼看到
alone. Back
什
against
麼
the
看到什麼
wall.
看到什麼看到什麼
Two
看到
targets to
Oh
deal
no
with.
oh no
Knows
oh
the
no
rough positioning. Heads on a bloody
Oh.
swivel. And not enough to dismiss Paddy.
Okay.
Not from that high ground.
哇你近跟掉喎 One tap
Crazy impact from Camo in this round with the operator. The fact that EDG are trying to play slowly, and then Team Liquid have gone, all right, we're going to adjust, we're going to add the op into the equation,
I
and
need to
suddenly
see
it's
this
so
shot,
much more difficult. Yeah, we've got to see
Gotta
the
see
replay of this.
man.
Oh, that is one
Yeah.
of those filthy
I mean-
shots. The fact they don't.
嚟
Oh, that is one
Yeah.
of those.
Holy
filthy
sh-
shots. The round
Holy
is actually a
shit.
disaster.
Holy shit
Bro, I want to talk about that shot a little bit more.
Oh,
Oh
Damn.
my goodness.
EDG have just called a timeout.
Nice. The way I just
Clip of a century yeah clip of a century
So
I feel
legit.
that. I feel
So
that.
legit. That is one of the most disgusting flick one-taps I've ever seen. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to go in many people's frag movies because they lost.
Damn
And the reason they lost the round, I think, is so much to do with Camo repositioning. He got that op kill right at the start of the round over towards A from Chishu, and then he's in B in an anchor position by the time they actually commit to the B split. That's really good. And EDG are doing all the right things, trying to get into positions, even countering the showstopper. But they're not really being able to navigate this op.
No, finding it difficult. Because it's exactly the thing you don't want to be going up against if you're playing slow. Trying to bait out some of the aggro plays on Team Liquid's defensive side of Split. The more you run the time down, the more you try and contact into it, you just leave gaps open. And like you said, I mean, Camo's all over the map. He's everywhere at once. When you're on a Yori, you get that luxury. Be fluid with your placement. EDG can think they've spotted him out in his position, but he can be on the other side of it in a blink of an eye.
Look at him here, for example. I mean, they've actually swapped the operator around, so Kiko's got it up here.
And this is a lot of presence. I mean, emphasis being placed by EDG up towards ramp, but that spam, again, instinct at its core. Forced to really dash away from the fray.
Kamek re-clearing over towards B. This has got to end A.
I'll take it in that direction here. There's going to be Paranoia sweeping forwards up towards Heaven as well. There's going to be a bit of safety ground for EDG. Swift passage into the side as well. Even plant that is possible for Heaven here, but Team Liquid looking to try and take this one, and potentially with the flood. That's a flash around the corner. Single digits, 1 HP at that, but potentially all he needs.
They know where the danger player is. Yeah. They just don't have utility to be able to flush him out properly.
Players browse onto the side.
Oh,
EDG,
nice.
They went out that critical fight towards elbow. Paddy gone. They can try and fight their way past. Time is ticking here. This operator in the hands of Kiko is really slowing them down to a degree as well. And now you're seeing it.
Oh, no!
Tries to take that fight, but surely the openings have done and dusted.
Okay,
Trying to keep it into the next. It's a round one.
Oh shit.
The goal is damage for Team Liquid.
没死掉
And I'd say they achieved their goal there.
全部死完
Everybody on EDG falling.
Oh,
The
never mind.
score up to 4 each. But EDG's
这不 lag 高效 what the fuck
buy for this one. But if Team Liquid can come out with a big
fuck?
spotlight for this one. But if Team Liquid
我领棍都 lag
well, they've got time to think about it, I guess.
啊
Yeah.
Oh, Paddy, does he spot something? Just a glimmer, perhaps, but often
What happened?
going for that kind of spam
What
line
lag掉
based off the wall timing as well. So as Chishu puts up the wall, you spam that kind of angle, really likely to be able to get damage if not a kill out of that spot.
是哦什么领棍哦他 lag
Yeah,
了
this time, swapping the operator over to Kiko's hand.
the fuck
Yeah,
Pray that they're not a sponsor of the show.
well, I mean,
突然间 lag 掉了 the fuck 什么事情啊哦